I'm a dum dum, and I'm not good with numbers, but I got a knack for puzzles. At least I got that going for me.
Alrighty then. Well, thank you for that intro. We have. Whoa,
Oh,
what is going
oh, we're
on,
live.
guys? What's going
Oh,
on,
I don't
oh
care.
guys?
my God! That's very ninja-like again. What the heck?
Whoa.
He said we were going live.
I know that like, it's hard of hearing or something. I know. I got
I'm
Oh,
playing
man.
here.
He's worse than
okay.
I
Well,
am. Yeah.
well, Brownie, tell me if you're gonna do ninja moves, why not get the people who are always marked absent for night school?
Oh, good grief.
So if they can, can they hear Liger? If so, that's free product placement.
Whatever. Anyway, what's going on, guys? This is your boy Liger 1/2 Endo, usual Sunday stuff. Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna talk about a little bit of stuff, little bit of gaming, not too long, but I have the crew with me this time, so we're gonna talk about some stuff, of course. What up, 1283? Yep, we're live.
You got the helmet ready?
Yeah. Well, one of the subjects I'm gonna talk about. Yeah. But I will say the usual stuff. I mean, like I said, everybody's been playing games and stuff, so. Kanoshi did brought up a topic. I'm just gonna reiterate up, which was the Final Fantasy demo, 7 demo came out, and your thoughts, Kanoshi?
I thought it looked pretty good. I thought the music seemed a bit off. Yeah.
Okay, I think it's pretty good to more of that kind of style of fighting games. Don't get me wrong. I mean, not fighting games. Kind of RPGs, like kind of like Ys 8 action fighter.
Too much
Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah. So it like I said, it's
funny. Funny enough, it's not really action-y. There's a lot of strategy involved.
Well, yeah, but it's pretty. It's like I said, I have no issues with what I've seen so far. I mean, people have been talking like Kanoshi would talk about the music, and I guess it's mixed bag. I understand. I can respect his look at it. And then there was people saying, okay, the music is overdone. There's music the music is too soft. The music is not grandeur. It's synthesizer. It's real like it's back and forth. So the music. So far that I've seen, the music is the thing that people
contentious talking point.
Yeah. But,
divisive.
Yeah, and it's cool. It's like right now, it's like the people are like other characters in the game now. From watching it, other characters in the game have been given more permanence in the game than the usual high class of like in the original game. So that's good that they give more arc stories to the other parts. So that's good. Did you see that the first game is going to be 100 gigabytes? Yep, Floyd talked about it last week. 2083. Yeah, I'm getting it on PC, and I'm not buying it day one. I can wait. I could wait for a Steam sale and get it for like about $20 or cheaper. Not in a rush.
Patience is a virtue, but one that not many people have.
Yeah,
gotta chase that clout, man.
Exactly, you gotta do that. But like I said, it's not bad. It looks good. I mean, what it is so far is they did a great job on the looks, the feel of it. You know, it's something different than the turn-based strategy like we had before. It still has strategy in it, like Brownie just brought up. But it's like I said, I am looking forward to the game. Just I don't need it right now because I have a lot of games right now that's coming out. Just like how I have a lot of people right now talking about, people still, BSing about the whole direct drought. Again, it's so funny. It really is so funny because when Nintendo got pulled out of E3 and they said they're gonna do a direct for basically a presentation to be the direct, people was all up in arms. This is the end of Nintendo. Nintendo's dying. All blah blah blah. I can't believe Nintendo.
When are they not dying according to these people?
They make a horrible mark. They're gonna be crazy. They're gonna be all. But Sony pulled out. Yeah, we ain't gonna say nothing. E3's dying. Oh no! Well, it's kind of sad now that E3's like, yeah, but but again, Nintendo did a horrible thing, and now you guys are thirstier than you're thirstier than a man at a strip club trying to find a date for that one night.
Nintendo want like over 3,000 games, but because it doesn't have Madden, there's a drought.
Oh, and Sprite.
Oh no!
And
Because
hold up.
it's not.
And Sprite.
It's not made by Nintendo.
And Sprite talked about something that I'm going to bring up later on, as he just brought up there. But I get that. But that's the problem now with drought. We just had a direct a while ago, which is Animal Crossing, but that is, people don't count that. It's like,
yeah, it doesn't count for some reason. Oh, because it's just one game. We need many games.
And you know what's funny? I just looked at before I came on. I looked at. I went to the eShop, and just this week alone, 15 games are coming out on the eShop.
Still a drought.
I bought one.
It doesn't matter. Still a drought. Doesn't matter. Still a drought.
Yeah, 15 games coming out. Couple are physical releases, but like you said, yeah, they don't count for some weird reason.
You think maybe because of what's going on with the virus, because it's messing with manufacturing, then maybe
that's just an excuse that they use.
Wait. Speak it. Say that again, Sprite.
I'm saying because I say the coronavirus in China is pretty much messing with the Switch manufacturing. So I'm like, could that maybe do something? Reason why they've been quiet with Direct because they haven't really specifically said anything. So
they have they have said stuff about the about what's the production, because they have not took it. Now, remember, if you guys remember a while back, I did say it would be smart before this even happened. It was before the whole war thing, when the trade war was going on. I said it would be smart.
Get outside of China,
get outside of China.
South Korea.
And they did, but they're still moving most of the manufacturing to Taiwan, and so whatever. But it still affected it. But I don't think that's the direct. The direct is software. That's not the people who work who's doing with direct stuff. They with the software, they don't got to worry about the hardware. That's not.
Yeah, if anything, that would affect the manufacturing, shipping of Switches and physical games, but digital, nah. Go to the eShop. There's too much to choose from.
I mean, as long as Japan take care of themselves, they'll be fine. The flow will be consistent. I mean,
the indies.
The people need to wait on the direct. Like, it's tax season, guys.
Come on, man. Indies don't count.
Well, it's not tax season for them, but I get what you're saying. But it's
eventually they'll show a direct to keep investors interested.
Well,
and people are gonna cry about not liking what they see.
Exactly. Lazy ones say the direct whores are more thirsty than people giving money to the thoughts. That is true. That is true.
You know what?
You know what?
You know what?
Go ahead, Trip.
I will give them this though, that at least they're not spending as much as the thoughts are. I mean, the people that's putting money for the thoughts.
Speaking of that, only me and Trip was talking about this conversation. This will be a quick one, since Lazy One brought up me talking about the thoughts and stuff like that. Okay, so Dead or Alive came out. 6 came out. Less fanfare than it needs to be. But
Dead on Arrival 6,
basically. No
disappointment.
Most of the people said as the main mechanic of the game is still solid. All right.
In the boobs.
Ha ha ha. The main mechanic of the fighting game is still solid. Since you want to be a smart ass. But it is Dead Alive still has that stupid, annoying DLC and season pass and all that nonsense.
Pay for hair
color,
which
temporarily
doesn't the hair.
Temporarily.
Yep. And
where did it come out at? Dead or Alive 6 wasn't. I thought it was already.
No, it's out.
It's out. It just can't come out without no fanfare. That's what I'm saying. Nobody really talked about it and stuff.
Yeah.
But
I don't think it was at Evo. I don't think it was at Evo last year.
Dead or Alive hardly gets an Evo because of obvious reasons.
Yeah.
But the thing that killed me about it is me and Triple M was listening to a very interesting podcast from what is it? What do you call them guys again, Trip?
Pack the NES Punk.
Yeah. And
with Ian Ferguson.
yeah, and that was interesting because of how I've said it before and I say it again. I never will understand, and I guarantee that I would never understand. As we just talk about thoughts and thirstiness, I don't know why these people want these games to be uncensored for Japan and all this stuff, and like, oh man, you fight for we want the game to be uncensored and blah 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 and all these crazy stuff. When you literally have games out there that strictly is porn. There's
Yeah,
games
if you go
out
to
there.
Steam,
There's games out there that you could create the character that you want your video game character in the game to do the porn. What is wrong with some guys? I don't get it. I would never will. That is sad to me. Being straight up honest, that is sad to me. And that thirstiness is just too much for what's going on.
I'll put my theory out there. They've been desensitized too much by the animated TNA that real life TNA just no longer does it. And then you got the sense of entitlement that, hey, if I'm going to pay money for it, I want all of it.
I understand, but still, why do I? It's like, it's like, what is it? You love to be teased? Because like I said, if you want to have this stuff, there are plenty of games. Literally, go to any porn site and you're gonna see advertisements or Steam, and you'll see any games for that.
If you want to be, you want to get it legally.
You get it legally and illegally. Make no damn difference. But
no, I'm just saying they want to go Steam if they don't want to break any law or they
well, hell, if you go to any but if you go to any site, you can still get it legal as well too, because it still have the stupid arbitrary rules of, oh well, put in your credit card and you will never please stop, just stop. That's just idiotic. Okay, I am 18. Yeah, 14. You can say I'm 18 too. Just stop. It's just stupid. All right. It just makes no sense. I don't know where you want to pay to get teased. That's the weird part for me. I don't get it. As much as my favorite character is Samus, I don't care for seeing her in any other way than Nintendo's making her. Okay? Badass kicking people in her various suit, and it's just weird. I just don't get it, and I will never will get it. I'm not that thirsty, thank God. It's just so weird for that. But it was an interesting podcast because they were going back and forth with some of this stuff, and I was like, it's weird. The thirst was they were like they was out there in the desert looking for that thirst, man.
The thirst is real.
It is. Let's see, DOA representation in real life. If you got to pay for your girl to get her hair done, a wife was no different. Well, I'll tell you this, Grim. I'll be honest with you. I have never paid for no female to ever get their hair did. You know what? I'll be wrong. One time, and that was when that was one time. No, I did it because because when we were going out, when we was going out, she basically she asked my aunt was a tailor, seamstress, and she did for prom, and she did her whole dress for prom. So she bought a material which was kind of expensive. So I said, whatever. But all I did was she didn't do nothing. I just paid her so she would go get her hair washed and shampooed at the thing. That's it. I didn't get it. That's it.
Wait a minute. Here's the kicker. She wants her hair done.
Well, she didn't did it up. If you see the picture of me and my prom, my girlfriend at the time of the prom, she had her hair down. She didn't really make it into crazy stuff as black women normally do. Just saying.
Yeah, but here's what I'm getting at. That she wanted to make that choice, not that you.
Yeah, she wanted to. Yeah, but she didn't. No, she didn't tell me to do it. I did it because I was being nice. That's my point. Oh. But I never did any other females' hair out of it because I've heard many things. Women like, oh, you got. I was like, don't tell me what I would say. Hell, I ain't telling you what to do with your freaking thing. I like natural hair, but if you don't, that's why all my girlfriends always been natural hair women. Sorry. If
You know,
ain't
I
got
just
that
had
your
a
head,
thought
you don't date me.
about socks.
Yes.
We know that a lot of guys are going towards the whole animated wife or sex doll route.
Go ahead.
I won't be surprised if they do spend that kind of money to change the features out.
Well, go right ahead. Your money. I can't stop you. But
Yeah.
it's just I'm just saying I don't like to argue. I can't fight it in a way, but it just comes to me as a sad case when you see these guys fighting to keep. Oh my God! And again, I agree with some of it, like some of the censorship. Like again, Fire Emblem Awakening, like Thraja, like when Nintendo did the censor of Thraja, I'm like that makes it more perverted. Nintendo, seriously, that didn't help. That was stupid.
Looks like he's about to go commando.
Yeah, but it wasn't. Like that was just dumb. Okay, just back that off. But just because of that, it's just like, no, don't care. Do not care. Like I said, my favorite character in video games is Samus, and I don't care to see nothing else than her various fruit, her zero suit, kicking ass, taking names, and getting Metroids off her helmet.
And let's I'll say this, even though Nintendo does have the history of going into the whole love hotel business, but
those
people,
failed.
yeah, that failed. But people don't think that Nintendo is going to make a game that has those kind of fantasies for you for any time soon.
It is what it is.
Oh, Triple M, what have you done? To the rights.
So, on that next topic we have here is this is sad. I don't want to give the channel whatever it is, but it's sad. But I've seen other videos. You can go watch it go watch any gameplay of Street of Rage 4. I swear most of these journalists do not know how to play games. I swear they don't know how to play games.
Nope, they don't. And yet they're the authority, more or less, on what.
That's one of the reasons I don't listen to a lot of reviews. I listen to multiple reviews instead of one. We were saying now. Yes.
I have a question.
Yes.
Do these so-called journalists have they played as bad as the one from Polygon?
No, that. It's just like it's like we know. Okay, if you play Street of Rage, you know if you use your most powerful move, you lose life, right? You just do.
Right.
Yeah, they were just like spamming that. I'm like, why would you do that? And they were getting killed still.
Gosh.
I was like, that makes no sense. And then they weren't doing simple they were like jumping in, holding, and then letting them go. I'm like, what are you doing? That's why you're losing. That's why you like within. I was like within like 3 minutes, they went from 3 lives to like 1. I was like, what the hell?
Ooh, must be painful to watch.
It was because that's one of the reasons I don't like to watch a lot of streams.
Previews.
No previews, streams. I just don't like I say. A lot of y'all like to watch Twitch and stuff. That's all cool. And don't get me wrong, I ain't gonna say, but it's just not my thing. I can't. Including if it's this game I like to watch. I mean, I like to play. Sorry, I watch play.
Tell me about it.
I have
You kick ass. Nothing hurts more than watching someone suck at a game that you kick ass at, and then of course they go on and blame that it's the game, not them.
And you just took that right out of my mouth because I'm like, okay, if you're a first timer, I get that, but then, like Anderson said, you're going to blame the game for not even learning the mechanics. Yeah.
Yep.
You know.
It is.
And yet these are the same people who complained that there was like a guide or super easy mode, even though they were saying that they didn't need it.
Oh, that's even worse.
Yep.
And yeah, I can understand there are some games out there that they're buggy and glitchy, but come on, a game like Streets of Rage, no, I can't see that.
Well, I'm just saying. I was looking at. I was looking at the problem is I wasn't even looking at one video. It was like several videos. I'm like, how are you guys playing this game like this? It just looks so weird to me. So it was just one of those things where like, this is just horrible. Well, it's not as bad as what Cuphead was, Lazy One, but it was just, I mean, it's like they never played the game, and but you're showing it off to the world. That's the thing. If you got the exclusive to play the game as it was, and you show it off to the world, at least know how to play the game. It kind of look like it comes off as a bad expression, like people who don't, because remember, Street of Rage. It's been a long time since Street of Rage came out. Back in the 1990, 4, 6, 5, right? Can't remember. I ain't gonna say I don't remember. Let me see. Let me double check.
And like even that, I can understand that you haven't played those earlier iterations, which has been so long. I get that, but you can't be that that rusty. But I digress. But yes, Lazy One, you had the same idea as I do, that because that was my question.
1994. So no, like a lot of people have not played that game from
36 years. 26 years. How long is that? Like 26, 36 years.
26 years, yeah. So a lot of people didn't play that except for those who have nostalgia bug or people whatever. So for the people who never seen it, right? It just looks weird in that regard. And you get the first impression of seeing this game that people are talking about, all these older gamers, like, oh man, I can't believe to play Street of Rage 4. And you're like, is the game broken or just, I don't know. It just looks weird. Why is that guy's life bar going down, 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 and down? Which I have to say, which is weird because I just searched on something and I'm laughing because, good grief, Street of Rage still keeps his valuation. His value, $64. Good grief!
Wow,
that's not
Is
bad.
that a recent version, or is that a game that came out?
No, Street of Rage 3 for the Genesis. It's still
wow.
it's $64.99.
Man, people must
Yeah,
really
for
find
some
that game
reason
valuable.
they don't put the third one on digital. You can get one in 2, but not 3.
Well, 3 was on eShop, so I'm not eShop for the Switch, but for the Wii U, and I got it I got that. I have that game.
See, on the dead console, people. Never mind. Forget what I said.
Yes, I have that game. I have Street of Rage 3. And I have the best version of Street of Rage 2 on the 3DS, which is another dead console, as Triple say, Street of Rage 2 3D, where they did a good job of emulating the Japanese one and the thing. And I have to say this, and I never brought this up, and maybe I might go through this. I gotta get Andre, of course, with this, because okay. Whoever makes the box art for the American version of Street of Rage, y'all need to get slapped. You're horrible. Y'all are horrible.
Wow.
Because it doesn't reflect the daggone game.
Slap yourself.
Exactly. The bare knuckle looks more. Bare knuckle had it correctly. The Japanese people draw black people and everything more better than the daggone Americans. How?
Oh, dag, that's racist.
You're an asshole. You're an asshole.
I couldn't pass that up.
Yeah. That's how I feel about when I see the Street Fighter 2 SNES box arts.
Or Mega Man.
Mega Man, yep, that's another one.
Got you. It is, yeah. Okay, we know the Mega Man box art. We know that, but how can you get it wrong 3 times? That's the problem that I have.
Yeah, I think I seen the Streets of Rage box one time, like the first one, because most of the time I just played the game through the Genesis 6-pack card.
No, I got you. But okay, let me see if I could. I'll bring it up. I'll bring it up and show. Give me a second here, because it is weird to me. Let me. Where is it?
No, I know weird box art.
What?
The first Fatal Fury
Yeah.
on Neo Geo. That poster.
Okay.
That one is. Oof.
The Japanese one
Yikes.
was better.
Yeah, way better.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah.
I think the America. I think Street Range 4 is gonna be the first time that they're gonna get it correct.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I can see them doing intentionally bad art on the other side of the cover for the sake of nostalgia.
It could
Is
be.
it- who was
Well,
the
well,
artist?
a limited run game, so they're the one who's gonna, you know.
Yeah, I was about to ask. Who was the? Do we know the artist of the box of the cover?
I mean, we could look for it. I'm not gonna go that far. I mean, it could be. I'm not saying it's not. It could be a Japanese person. I'm just saying the people who did the American one is just.
They need to get slapped.
Yeah. Okay.
Because it would be ironic, or should I say, late justice, that if it was an American artist that did the box art for Street of Rage 4, that's like, you've redeemed yourselves.
Got you. So
If it was the
this is-
same people.
Okay, so for the people who are watching now, like I said, this is Street of Range 1. I mean, you guys can't see it. You gotta be, because again, I know how that thing work out. This is Street of Range 1. Axel is wearing a yellow shirt, which he wasn't in the game.
Yeah.
Damn,
Wait.
he's that sweaty.
Blaze is Blaze is wearing a white suit, a full white suit, which he wasn't again in the game. You don't see Adam. If you see, it's like vaguely, vaguely showing, so you don't see it. But
Is he in the back?
it's hard to see.
It is very hard to see.
I'm looking at it right now. Nope, I don't see Adam nowhere in here. That's not him, but down there. So no.
Okay.
So you have that. Okay, so I'm gonna show these videos. I'm showing the American version first, and tell you, and then I'll show the bare knuckle one.
Yeah.
Okay, now this right here is correct. The one I'm just showing right now, the bare knuckle. This is correct. It didn't make Adam look like a freaking crazy man. That's the part I didn't like. He looks psycho. Holy crap. But this is bare knuckle now. And Blaze look like he's supposed to be. Axel look like he's supposed to be. And so does Adam, except for his face look like he looked like a freaking demon. Which is weird as shit. So that's that. So we got that. So that's the box art. Let's go to Street of Range, Street of Range 2. Okay. This always puzzles me when I look at this Street of Range 2. I'm like, what the? Even when I was young, but I didn't know back then. I didn't have the internet, stuff like that. That's life, of course.
What
Okay.
is this?
So Street of Range 2. Max does not look nowhere close to what he looks like in the game. He has the boots and he has the tights. Muscle guy, that's about it. But the face, nope.
Yeah, that's no.
Blaze again, not wearing. That's not what Blaze wear in the game. You can kind of say Axel, but the face doesn't look right. And Skates or Sammy does not. That's the color combination of his clothes is wrong. It's just wrong. That's not what he wears. That's not what he wears in it.
What did they do to Blaze?
Huh?
I'm looking at the Streets of Rage 2 box art because I had the actual cartridge. And I'm thinking to myself, what did they do to Blaze?
Well, she wear a red suit. She wear a red top and a kind of skirt.
Yeah.
But on the box art, you see is the jeans, black shoes, and just the top. That's not what she wear in the game for America.
Yeah, she's like a regular enemy.
I know what happened. Censorship.
Well,
Oh,
censorship didn't happen until 3.
I was keeping my mouth shut because I knew someone is going to bring that up.
So that one is, it won't be 3. So now we're gonna go to shooting range. So bare knuckle 2 in Japan. Blaze is wearing the right thing. You see Max. Max looks like that with a scar over his eye. Axel wearing the right shirt, and Sammy or Skates look like he's supposed to look.
Those two, yes.
Yeah.
I mean, they couldn't even paint the jeans red.
So they did a good job on that.
Heck yes.
Now, in the same thing too. Let's see if I get a nice up one. Okay. Now this one they did get kind of this is Street of Range 3 in a drive, and then because remember there's different outs. So Axel really wears a yellow shirt in 3. Blaze has a white. Her suit is white, not red no more.
You know what? I think the artist has taken the memo very late.
Sammy or Skates does not that color combination is not what he wears. Like the colors are different and the stuff is change. And then you have the other one where they have, like I said, in this one they kind of have. Damn, Axel looks horrible. His face looks effed up. Just ugh. And you kind of say it's kind of racist a little bit because where's Skates? No Skates in here. They have Rue, but they don't have Skates. They have all the white people, but no black people. Racist bastards. No, you'll put a kangaroo before you put a black man. That's wrong. That is wrong.
That's speciesist.
No, now that is cultural appropriation.
Wow.
Crocky.
That is just too funny. I'm laughing at that. But just a little funny with you guys, just to have a little fun. But hey, now with Street of Range 4, the box art will be better. The box art would make sense now because it's basically, people are looking for it.
Yeah, and the box art for Street of Rage 4.
Well, technically, yeah, because technically this is basically what it is. And knowing limited game runs, they're gonna just go with this setup.
Make it true to the in-game graphics.
They're gonna go to this. Take out that. Don't be like Clover's Capcom and put on IGN limited game runs. Still remember with Okami.
Okami.
I have that box. I have that for my Wii U. My Wii. When I look at it, I was like, the hell? There's an IGN logo in the corner. Why? The heck?
Oh, I remember those days.
No.
Sometimes you see the corner of a gaming journalist magazine, the cover, because he had some
They might
in-game
go
content sometimes.
Well, some companies they go out their way to find like the original artist to do like some box art stuff.
I get that. Some cases that's good. Some cases you don't.
Well,
get
if they
that.
do that for this game, they better slap them first.
I'm like Capcom. You guys make the games, so you at least you guys should have the oh crap, what was it? Original assets for the box art. How did this? Never mind. Never mind.
Here's where
Don't overthink it, man. Don't overthink it. Breathe.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I think I'm trying to get Andre because me and Andre, I want to get Andre. This is I think so we could go on to so we could have a conversation on like Street of Rage, and 'cause one of our ideas I ever had is to do. Street of Rage 4, I'll take it. I like it, but I would like to have Street of Rage and Final Fight. There's two types of game. One is a fighting game, and one is like a beat 'em up. Like they come together and they fight with each other, like to go fight with the Mad Gear Gang and the Syndicate. That would be cool.
Now that would be a crossover.
That would be a crossover to beat 'em up that I would gladly play and play, and that would be a good idea. But Sega and Capcom, let's see. I mean, they did kind of work together with Project Crowdzone, so
let's do it. Let's make it happen.
Yep. Yes, it is. What about my affirmative action? hey, that was Street of Rage 3. I don't know why again they put a kangaroo before they put a black man. That is unfair.
Yeah.
Unfair. So
Like,
it's funny. But like I said, the game looked like it's gonna be a good game, solid games coming out pretty soon. Again, I'm waiting for. I know Anderson, you're gonna be my You're gonna be my
number 2.
No, my Twitter. My Twitter person to let me know when Limited Game Run puts this game on physical.
Oh yeah.
Which
Will
again,
do.
I didn't
Your
even.
contact.
Which again, I didn't even know they in my backyard until I had my gear. I didn't know they were in my backyard. Huh.
Wait, but if they're in your backyard, why did they take so long with River City Girls and the other Striker Gunvolt game?
I don't know, but they did give me the game. So once I said it, they give me the game. But I was like, all the time, I really thought it was like in California or something until I looked them up. Like, oh, it's just in Apex in North Carolina. I'm like, huh, that's just down the road. I'll pass that thing so many times in my job. I was like, dang, who knew? I might go in there.
The world is small.
Yeah. One of these days I might go down there and ask them, hey, can I get a, because I know where Insomnia Games is here in North Carolina, but I didn't know Limited Game Runs was here. So I'll be cool. And Epic Games, of course, is also part of Epic Games over here in North Carolina as well too.
Metal Mint, that is going on deaf ears.
No, make a twigger like no. I get enough cancer through everything else. I don't need no more cancer. Okay, a man's only built that tough, and that ain't happening.
What cancer? The internet? Ooh.
Twitter? No. I got the internet. Twitter.
He's got the internet, everybody.
I got the internet, but the Twitter, I keep that out of my. Like I said, Anderson is my connection to the Twitter. That's about it. Anybody else, they could do this stuff, but nope.
He's got the internet. Oh no! Someone call 911.
All right, clown.
Hey, you should be good as long as you don't pay tribute to the certain gods of the internet. I won't name names.
Got you. I get you loud and clear.
You have to sacrifice some things for someone.
Your dignity, your privacy.
Really, Sprite, you could have just basically said it to me since you're on the daggone podcast, man. You would make Mel makes it. You will make LBC every day. Oh, trust me, I get LBC every day of real life. I don't need no more.
My hobbies.
I already gave up on. Like I say, you guys have seen me give up. I gave up on gaming. I'm gonna buy my games, enjoy my hobby. It's already dying. It's already coming apart. Don't care no more. Just give me good games and let me buy them.
Yeah, we're the people on the Titanic, the musicians playing as it goes down. Although, unlike those fools, we're gonna get on the lifeboat. Don't you worry.
Yeah, because I already like right now. You know what I'm doing? as you know, before I came on this podcast with these talking to these guys, I will play my Wii U. God forbid.
Oh
I was
That console lives.
no! We got this guy need to be put on quarantine right now.
let me help you out. I need to put on super quarantine this week because I was just checking out stuff, but I was playing my Wii U really just a while ago. But this week I dusted off and played my PlayStation Vita. And then because of the whole Street of Rage thing, I said, you know what? Let me go back and play Street of Rage 2 3D on my 3DS. So,
No,
so
get back to the Vita. Get back to the Vita.
So I played my old consoles that put to the side that people don't want to mess with. So yes, I played with the Wii U, the Vita, and the 3DS. And you know what? I'm still waiting to go get my 2DS XL, which is again my backup copy to my 3DS. So I have that console as well. Oh no, and when you're playing that console, the dead handhelds, it makes the coronavirus worse.
Shoot, in that case, I must be picking zeros then. Hell, we were talking about Final Fantasy VII Remake. Speaking of Final Fantasy, I decided next week I'll finally start playing the last story. And what was that made for?
Sacrilege.
I get what you're saying, Lazy One. I know what the joke was. It's cool. But yeah, it's just fun. Just fun nonsense just to see that people talking about this stuff. Like I said, like right now, if you're a Wii U fan, my game is on right now. I'm playing Mario Color Splash. Another game that people didn't like. Oh no. Game that came out in 2016. Remember, console didn't. Again, everybody talking about how this is. It's funny how we barely got a lot of games coming out announcing now, but for PlayStation and Xbox. But 9 games came out from Nintendo in 2016
Quick
before
question.
the Switch came out and whatever. Yeah.
This is why the virus is spreading because you're playing bullshit.
Well, you shut up.
Nah, I'm pretty sure the virus is retribution. Some dumbasses need to go away. But my question is, if you say Color Splash got ported over, would people be more positive about it if just a smidge?
No.
A smidge, yeah. I would say yeah.
I figure it'll just be about the same.
It'll be the same, but it might be a smidge because you're still introducing a game to an audience that never played it because they had a bad taste with the Wii U, thinking, oh, I ain't gonna get this console, blah blah blah.
Now, if they ported over Star Fox Zero and reprogrammed the controls, retrofit the controls, that game would get a lot more praise.
Yep,
I
know. No, we've said it. Me and Anderson said it a long time before. Again, remember we there's a podcast if you go back in the games I've done. Me, Anderson, we went through all the games that will be ported that will sell on a Switch and everything, and so far we've been correct. So and one game was was you Sprite. You called the Donkey Kong one before.
Yeah.
So,
they didn't really use the gamepad unless you chose the option on the title screen.
Got you.
Yeah, so all that's left is Pikmin 3, which I don't know about that one. 3D World, I can see that coming over. They just have to
3D World
fit some of the levels.
3D World, 3D World I could see. We did say that. Pikmin,
Nintendo Land.
Pikmin could come. They ain't gonna do Nintendo Land. I don't think so. I don't think so. Nah. It's more pad centric. More pad centric and Wii U controller thing, but we'll see. I used to go like come up with logical and say this and that, but at this point right now, it's just like, you know what, I don't care no more. Game comes, it comes out there, it's good.
Well, Nintendo always had these kind of games where they showcase what the systems can do. Like for Wii U's Nintendo Land, so I figured for Switch was pretty much 1-2 Switch and what's that game that just came out with the
Ring Fit
Adventure, yeah.
Well, you know what? They did a good job. On again. People would say all the bad things about, again, as I said before, you could say all the things about 1-2 Switch. It's sold. So you want to say it's sold. Okay? It is what it is.
Yep.
So let's see, 3D World, Pikmin 3.
What about the HD Zelda remakes?
Nah, I don't think those.
But you know, people are bitching for them.
I think they're cool with they're better have the Breath of the Wild stuff. I mean,
Dude, they want it all.
As you said, I have still not even opened up my Twilight Princess HD. Still in the saran wrap. That been open. I don't.
I just beat that recently.
Seriously, having that map on your screen and still sailing, real time.
Yeah.
Like you really. Well, from my experience, I really felt like, hey, I'm actually sailing.
Yeah, but dumbasses were not ready because they were told to hate it. Even people who consider themselves independent thinkers got manipulated into thinking that way. Don't tell them though; they'll deny it.
Xenoblade X. That'll be if they ported Xenoblade X. That'll be like further down the line.
Yeah.
Because Xeno 1's coming out this year.
Yeah, then you'd have all three, except good thing Doc's not here. Xeno Saga.
I would say I will. Like I said, for me, I will buy Xenoblade, the original
X.
one. No, the original one, Xenoblade.
Yeah, I never got around to buying it on the Wii or the.
I bought it on the
3DS.
I bought it on the Wii, but I got to the part where you get down to where you get over to the mechanics part, and I stopped. So to play that again over, I think that would carry me over to the spot.
And I had it on my 3DS wish list for so long, and I'm like, well, I never got around to it, so here it is now.
Well, I have it on 3DS. I'm double dipping on this one.
It means to deserve some exclusive on a console. I mean, there's some games that's not gonna come over from the Wii U. It just ain't. But I mean, it's just what it is. They drank the orange juice and went silly. Really, Melman?
Oh boy.
Oh Lord. Melman.
Well, hey, not every cult can serve Kool-Aid, you know. You gotta mix it up with orange juice once in a while.
Orange juice or tangerine.
or tea.
I'm out.
You know what? All right, let it go. Let it go.
I'll never let it go. It'll always haunt me. NX. Good thing a lot of those channels died, though.
Not a lot of them, but hey, it's what it is. It is what it is.
But hey, what can you do? People are stupid. Hell, I always point this out. People hated Paper Mario ever since Super Paper Mario. And then you had Mario and Luigi, which was always consistent. And look what happened to the studio that made it.
Yep. Well, like I said, it is what it is in some cases.
Yeah.
But like I said, you have that. Then, like I said, so just like Anderson just said, you have Xenoblade coming up, HD remix coming back out. So you have that game. You have you got of course Animal Crossing Rising. You have Street of Rage that's gonna be coming out soon. You have Trials of Cold Steel. I mean, there's games coming out. Why don't you guys worry about these daggone? The direct. You got games to come out. You got games, and if you don't have a console, if you don't have a Switch, and most people who bitch about this, most people who bitch like this has a Xbox and a PlayStation or a PC.
Or a PC.
It's weird. That's just weird to me.
Yeah, these days I see the PC Master Race talking a lot of stuff, not really playing a lot of stuff.
Yep.
And welcome to the venerable GI guy.
Sometimes you are so corny, it just hurts. I'm not even gonna lie.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Ouch. Damn.
Oh, don't get me started. I had some recently.
I'm just saying.
Oh, that was funny.
Hey, I'll take it as a compliment.
I got you, man. What up, Game Idea?
Oh man.
You always gotta come in with an intro. That's basically what it is. I've noticed that. It's just
I didn't even do this though. It was
no.
totally
I
not
say
me.
you. I say I'm just mean in general. Always gotta come in with an intro.
But hey, it's been
Unless-
a long
unle-
time
unless-
since it's been a long time since he was here. So
Yeah,
give it up.
I got it, man. How you doing? Andre?
Well, hey, Lager, you're a composer. You're gonna make a theme for this guy, like the Triple H theme.
Oh
I
hell
know,
no. Hell no.
Anyway, well, Andre, I don't know if you saw, but you know, I texted you this morning about some of the
Yeah, about
videos.
them not playing so well. I'm like, how do y'all play that poorly?
Dude, they were spamming the daggone power attacks.
This is how you know they don't play. They haven't played a beat 'em up because you don't spam your power move. You bide your time with that. You learn how to deal with the mooks as they come in, and you don't run like. And they're the players that are rushing into the fight instead of slowly progressing until they figure everything out.
Have some
because some beat 'em ups, you spend your special, you keep draining your life over time.
And that's why I said if you watch the video that I watch, I'm not gonna say the channel because it's a big channel, it's just weird. And I saw that, I was like, within 3 minutes, they went from 3 lives to 1. I was like, because you spam the moves, so you ain't got no life. So the bad guy just come in and 1, 2, bam, you're dead. I'm like, duh.
So I should send them like links to my Streets of Rage remake plays as like a tutorial for them.
I'll tell you the channel that was doing that.
No,
that was doing that.
they should just send you a copy.
I'll tell you the channel, Andre, after we done that, who did that, and you won't be surprised. Trust me, you were like, go figure, go figure.
So I feel like they're gonna.
Oh, so it's that mofo.
So when they review the
channel.
game, are they going to take the duck points because they kept dying too much?
I don't know. We don't
But
know.
even though Dark Souls always gets the pass for some reason. Huh.
It's because Dark Souls is popular for being too difficult, which honestly is still not more difficult than older games. I'm sorry, it's not.
It's not.
It's nowhere near.
Remember, Fred, it's all about the trends.
I would say
Ghosts
this.
and
I
Ghosts,
would say,
Dodonpachi, Ninja Gaiden NES.
No, Metal. I'm not doing a not safe for work channel.
But anyway, but I mean, you did kind of missed out, Andre, which is what we just talked about, which is funny. Only now they're gonna get the box art for the American version correct for Street of Rage.
Oh, great!
Because I just showed everybody the box art from 1, 2, and 3. I'm like, why the heck they never get it correct? It was always
Because when you mentioned that, he was like, "Man, I wish Andre was here." That's when I went behind the scenes and DM'd him on Twitter.
Yeah, Andre, you missed your cue.
No,
You missed the cue, man.
because again, Bare Knuckle 1, they had the clothes wrong. They didn't even have Adam in it. Now the Mega Drive had it, but had Adam looking like a freaking demon. Just Google it. You'll see the pictures.
Well, at least Adam is finally playable again. It only took 20 years.
Well, I mean, it took 20 years for another game to come out, so I can't.
It is messed up, but I did watch a documentary from the people. They went back to the old Street of Rage and how all the Street of Rage came together. And I get what the woman who came up with it. She was like, well, we already, Adam and Axel, again, I know we could say different things, but she would say, she's like, Adam and Axel was almost the same kind of fighting character in one. So
they were. Adam was still better, but they were.
Yeah, so she said it best to use Adam as a drive and then use Sammy or Skates as something different. So that's what it wanted. So I mean, it was a cool documentary. I forgot the name of the channel, but it went through all the stuff and had people talking about it. It was cool because the girl, the lead designer was a female. I forgot her name. She was like the reason.
Wait, but I thought there were no women in gaming.
Okay, you want to be a smart ass, all right?
But
she was.
I just proved that a while ago, so I mean, I ain't worried about that.
Yeah, but she was like the reason she like Street Range 2, the reason why she liked Street Range 2 was so different is because she was playing a ton of Street Fighter, and her company, I forgot the name of the company, was doing the Street Fighter port to the Genesis. So
okay.
So she was like, hey, I want, and that's what they put. Basically, they took, they wanted somebody, which was weird because they wanted to make Max more Haggarish, but it like it was too much to say. Nah, we ain't gonna do that because like,
it was like we gonna get sued.
I mean, he has because like I said, because Hagar, of course, with Zangief has the lariat, of course.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, Max doesn't have that. He has a 2-arm lariat swing. And it was like they could have done a lot. They could have done a lot more because she said after the fact we should have done a lot more with Max's holes. I'm like, yes, it was weak.
Yeah, they should have. They should have done.
Like if you, it was weak. You could have done power. You could have done power drive back. Do something. There's so many wrestling moves you could have done with the holes instead of what it did. No, don't get me wrong. I love Max's backhand slaps. Like, boy, that takes a lot of life away, boy. Oh, I like that shit. Shut the fuck up. I'm there like just go with it.
Well, my money.
Exactly.
Chop a hoe.
That was
Mama
thing.
said knock you out.
But they did a good job on that.
And now they got this new character.
And that now. Well, I admitted in the last video I was
what's
wrong.
What's his name?
Floyd.
I forgot his name already. That's that new dude that's
Floyd.
like got the big arms.
I just said
Okay.
Floyd.
Okay. I almost said that.
Yeah, I was wrong.
The one I'll be
it
like,
was gonna
that's
be-
Jax.
I thought it was
You
gonna
mean
be
low tier
Zen.
God?
I thought it was gonna be Zen, but it's Floyd. So hey, see what's going on.
You mean low tier God?
Go tear God. Really?
No.
No, don't
No.
even go there. Don't even make that
No.
joke. Don't even
Anyway,
make that joke.
Anyway.
Oh, shit.
Andre, hi.
Huh?
He's weird. This brownie just.
Late Poppy.
But saying that, like, it was just weird that if you go to the, of course, like we were saying to Andre, like if you go to the box out of 2, box out of 2 in America.
Yeah, I see it. Yeah, none of the characters look great on that. Look, Axel was too short. Blaze looked like
Clothes-
freaking.
No, the clothes was nowhere close.
The clothes weren't even close, but the characters didn't even look right.
They didn't look right.
To even looking right, the closest to even looking right
Was
as a
Skate.
character was Skate.
Yeah, but they had the wrong clothes on.
Are you talking about Streets of Rage 2 box art?
Yeah.
Yes,
The
Yeah,
clothes
he
was
got a
wrong.
bald
What's with that 80s get up Blaze had in that box art?
That was just weird.
Honestly, she looked like somebody tried to draw not Sandra Bullock, the other one. I'm thinking of.
Sarah Flock. Sarah Flockhart?
No. The one that was in the freaking wedding movie, she kept running from her husband's.
Oh,
Okay.
I can't remember her name.
Yeah, I can't remember. her name
Julia
either.
Roberts?
Yes, Julia Roberts.
Yeah. Okay.
She kind of, I'm like, that's not Blaze.
Well, hell, Max didn't even look like Max at
Max
all.
looks like, I don't even know who to say Max looks like.
Max did not look like his
And,
character
and
at
Axel
all.
doesn't even look like Axel looks like a little person.
Yeah,
They make
and
a
then
He does look like a little person. He's short. His arms are short.
they made him, and then in 3, of course, they gave him a messed up face. And as we said, they put on a kangaroo before they put on a black man. That's so racist. No black man, but you can put a dark brown hair kangaroo.
All
So
right, look.
wrong. So wrong. But I did say we need to do. We still need to do our video where we get. Like I said, we'll figure it out, Andre. Our podcast that we need to do about Final Fight at Street Range.
Yeah.
We need to
Yeah, and
figure that out.
even looking at the box art for one, the Western box art, I don't know what they were thinking.
Well, there was two.
Well,
there was two
well, the
box
same
art.
mentality as with Mega
one
Man.
was for the Genesis,
Crack
and then
it.
one for the Mega Drive. The Mega Drive had the right people. Problem is, though, Adam just looked like a demon. It looked like his teeth was
Yeah,
banging.
we didn't get box art right until like the late '90s, pretty much.
His
Yeah,
teeth,
when they stopped changing it.
well, not really. We got. I mean, Super Mario
Or
was
they
correct.
stopped changing it so much. I mean,
Super Mario
Look
was
at-
correct. I mean, not Super Mario. Yeah, Super Mario Bros was correct.
But that's Nintendo. They gonna make sure the box art is correct across every region.
I'm
Running
just
around with the
saying.
characters don't look nothing like the characters in the game.
Except
I'm just
SMB1
saying.
because I mean there was no standard yet. But other than that,
I'm just saying. That's all. But
It
Shooter
was
Range
still
4, for Shooter Range
accurate.
4, they will get at least that one they'll get correct for the first time.
Yeah, it'd be the only one.
Yep, it will be the only one.
Until Future Rage 5 comes up.
Well, we'll
Look,
see.
let's not press our luck just yet.
I know, right? Let's just get one and be happy with it.
Let's get this one out. Let's let this boat out on the water for a little while, see if it floats.
Yeah, because there's another game beat 'em up wise other than that I was looking forward for, like I told Sprite and Triple M, and I was like, wait, I have not seen that game. And then when I looked at who's the developer, I was like, okay, that game ain't gonna come out no time soon. Shit, that game gonna come the Takeover.
Oh yeah, no, that ain't gonna happen.
Is the same people. Is the same people who did Pocket Rumble.
Yeah, that ain't gonna happen for a minute.
And that was supposed to come out in 2017, and it came out last year. So no, that's gonna take a while.
Get him some time. Let that simmer.
Give them 2 more years.
Exactly. By the time the Switch is done,
But you would think though,
years.
since Capcom seeing that everybody is all hyped for Streets of Rage 4, I would have been like, if I was Capcom, I'm like,
guess Final Fight 4.
That would have been my first thought. I'm like, oh, I can hold up. Streets of Rage 4 coming out.
that'd be
All right, let's
that'd be
work-
cool.
With all the moves that these guys, the new characters have now, even from Maki from SNK versus Capcom.
And not even that, Lucia is in Street Fighter 5. Like, come on.
I really don't like her
That's it.
accent in that game.
Yeah, she is weird though.
Who,
I'm like, just bring
Lucia?
everybody from 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, bring everybody from the first 3 games into Final Fight 4.
I'm just saying.
Please.
I'm just saying with all the characters that we've done and if they've evolved to Street Fighter, like Cody, how Cody is now with his stuff. Like you could do that.
Yeah.
Same thing with
That's
Isn't
Guy.
he the
only
mayor now?
Yeah,
Yes.
Yes, he went
Final
from
Fight and Final Fight Street Fighter is in the same universe.
Yeah. But I'm just saying you have the characters. Still bring Hagar back. I don't care. I'm just saying you still have the thing. You can bring Hagar could
Old
be
Hagar.
see, they cannot
Even
make
though-
a Final Fight game without Hagar in it because
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
been in all the other ones.
It is kind of weird though. Like his like the older he get, the more swagger he gets. Because if you look at Final Fight all the way up to 3,
Look,
it's like
say this man aging like a fine wine.
Yeah.
dude, the man has long pony hair and he was busting out their moves, boy.
He had the Steven Seagal look.
Oh my god, it is that. But
I need to experiment with more characters. The only person I always used was Cody when he was in any of the games.
See, that's your fault. I
Wait.
played with
What
everybody.
games did you play?
One.
Okay, that's
That's your fault.
Wait, on
Look.
the NES?
Yeah. I mean, I played 2 and 3, but the only one I really played over and over is Final Fight 1, and that was the arcade.
And you
version.
played. I was about to say if you played on Super Nintendo, you played the bum version.
No, I never played that version. I only played the CPS one original.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm just saying that's kind of because I'm gonna say like I mean Carlos and Maki, yeah. I said with SNK versus Capcom 2 and Maki, bless you. And Maki, don't be getting us the virus to the chat now.
We're gonna make this the techno coronavirus.
But the way that Maki has so much moves now, I'm just saying, is just that kind of stuff. You have
Actually, any of the characters that have been in fighting games have a ton of moves. So even Hagar has a bunch of extra moves.
Carlos, we don't know what Carlos has been gone for a while.
Carlos been ignored, but I mean, they can make up some stuff for him.
I know they could. I mean, he was a guy with a sword, so hell, which is always
But
weird.
This what I found
Gentlemen,
it
I have two questions though. I got two questions.
Yeah,
Do you really
what's
trust
up?
Capcom to not mess up a Final Fight 4? And how come Mike Hager was never in any of the Street Fighter games?
You know what? That's
Because
Capcom
of
versus,
Zangief.
yes. Street Fighter, no.
No, because
him,
Zangief.
him and Geek
They
got
already
the
had
same
they
moves.
have the same moveset.
Yeah, the only time they ever was come. Wait, I got a question.
But the basic
I'll ask you
storyline
this.
is that the two of them were rivals with each other.
Yeah.
So they had the same moveset when Hager stole a move from Zangief stole a move from Hager. Hager stole a move from Zangief, and they were competing with each other.
Okay, I got
Only
another question.
time- yeah.
How old is Zangief?
I don't know
Oh.
exactly. I know he's younger than Hager, but that's about it.
My question was
He
this:
was, yeah, I think
In
he
Ma-
was like
in Marvel
he was in
versus
his
Cap-
40s Street Fighter
in
2,
Marvel
that's
vs.
all.
Capcom 3, wasn't they? That was the only time the two of them was in there, right? I'm just asking.
No, Zangief wasn't in Marvel 3.
Yeah,
Okay,
Zangief
okay.
wasn't in
They
it. He
never,
was
they
in
never
3 or
been
Ultimate.
they never been in the same game together.
Nope.
Jeez.
Then the only time, and aside from Marvel 3, Hagar was in Saturday Night Slam Masters.
Well, I know that. I know that's where he originated from. Really.
Yeah, what you would think that Hager would be Zangief would have been in that too, but it's like, nah, we can't put him in there. Nope.
That makes too much sense, man. What are you thinking?
That's another one I think they should bring back to Saturday Night Slam Masters. Do another game in that series, but
It's Capcom right now.
Yeah,
Okay,
'cause
look.
The only arcade wrestling game we got is Fire Pro in Japan. Still.
The Fire Pro's been continuing. They've been continuing. I've seen some gameplay of the new Fire Pros and stuff. Pretty cool. Pretty cool.
As long as the ending is in the main character kills himself. So the 51, I'm looking at you.
Okay. I will say this though. I will say this. Right now, they struck gold with Resident Evil. So now they're just like Capcom is a one kind of tricky pony thing. Let's not push it. Let's not. Can they do stupid? Like I said,
really the problem is right now the problem is still the fighting game division. Like,
Yep.
they can't get fighting games right no more.
I wouldn't say. I don't think that's the only division they got wrong. Okay, let's just
look,
keep it.
their puzzle division ain't up to snuff no more. The action adventure division isn't really there anymore.
Their beat 'em up
RPGs
division is
aren't
not
there. Beat 'em ups are missing.
Let's keep it kind of But again, right now, as Sprite said and as everybody said before, I am happy that at least they put all the data on the Zero collection on the cartridge. Thank you.
Yes.
And I had to download nothing.
There would have been no reason for them. There was no reason that they shouldn't have been able to do that with the other ones.
We know
Yeah,
that.
can we get a re-release, please?
We know that, but you know.
I found
It's
out
Capcom.
with the Zero collection, they actually used the original source code because the other two collections before this one, it was just straight up emulation.
What a two other collection. I thought
Okay,
we had one.
that just makes it worse on them.
So, because companies don't know how to keep source codes anymore. It seems like, except Nintendo.
Because they own
That
their
might
own
be
shit.
debatable, but we'll see.
They own their own shit. That's the difference. But no. But to be like, I'm just happy that it's on the same cartridge. I bought the game.
I mean, how you think they get what's that game called? Trials of Man, the original? How you think they got the translation? Because Nintendo still had the original source code for that game after all these years.
You know what? It's not just even software, it's hardware, because they even gotten an old granny, the original Game Boy with Tetris on it.
Oh yeah, I gotta. We've talked that story. A quick story about that, which is pretty cool. So Nintendo still keeps a lot of their old systems still working brand new.
Yeah,
Japan.
parts too, because that's how they keep re-releasing GameCube controllers and stuff.
No. I get that, but the Game Boy was this old lady who was that's the only thing to keep her happy, keep her going, and her Game Boy got destroyed and it got messed up, and they couldn't fix it. So they asked Nintendo. The shop asked Nintendo, "Hey, do you have any spare parts?" They said no, and they the kid for the grandmother wrote a letter to Nintendo saying, "Hey, can you guys have any spare parts, whatever?" So the shop couldn't get it. He was just saying, "Hey, whatever," and they went back and they gave her a brand new original Game Boy.
Yep. Yep, they still
Brand
have some.
new.
Yeah, they
Only in Japan.
Yeah, they still keep they keep some of their old stuff in storage. Just I guess
Yeah.
in case it got to be mass produced or something. I don't know.
I don't
how
know,
that
but
works.
I would be saying, I'm gonna say it. I'll be in that warehouse. Okay, let me get me hey Nintendo, give me original Wii U and a Super Nintendo.
Like because stuff like when they re-released like the NES Essence and GameCube controls, all that's still original parts except the
No, it
end piece
ain't.
where you.
No, it's not.
I say except the end piece because the NES Essence is different, but GameCube is still the old school GameCube insert jack.
To a degree,
Like
most of the stuff has been redone because they don't use the same process to make some of the stuff.
No.
Like the
Yeah,
Super,
it
like the
evokes
Super
the original
Nintendo.
design,
Yeah,
but
because
it's
like
not quite the original design.
yeah, I mean, it's just it's
So
you're not.
So it's about 90. So it's about 98% similar to the original.
No, it's just somebody. It's just that we have newer stuff, newer different things, and they lay out differently. It's not the same.
You've been fooled, right?
Japan like the Super Nintendo controller. Japan made the Super Nintendo controller, not China. And a lot of the parts they had to create all over again. They just the shell and everything. Everybody knows what a Super Nintendo controller looks like, so it's not that hard to recreate it. But just use the same process. Yes, it's simple now.
Yeah, because I got the original SNES controller in my hand. It says on the back,
Made in Japan. Yeah, I have one. I have it too. It says made in Japan.
I got one too.
I got like 3 of them. They all packed away.
I got 2.
Still have 2.
I got 2 original ones.
But they
I got,
still work.
yeah.
The two I got is still the original, like 1991.
Yep, mine's just 1992 ones, but yeah. But anyway, yeah, you have that. But I'm with the game idea. It would be better if they had, of course, a Final Fight 4. This would be that would be a smart thing for Capcom. But hell, they go.
Shoot, we're in the age of bringing back old stuff, making it new. So why not strike while the iron is hot?
This would have been the perfect time for them to do it. This is like
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's
it
what
was.
Well, it would have been a perfect time to bring back some of their fighting games and letting SNK take the throne. Now it's too late.
Well, a lot of the creative talent is gone from like.
I have to say too, the same person. Damn, I forgot his name, but the same person who is a Japanese name. That's why it's so hard for me to remember. Only release for only women. Let me see. They only release it for all women and all these that have cash. but I would say what was I gonna say. Oh yeah, I was gonna say
the creative talent's gone.
No, it was another thing I saw with SNK. Like looking at it was this Japanese, like I said, this creator, and he but he speaks English, and to see he talked about how SNK SNK is a particular company when you really look at it. Holy crap! I mean seriously.
Explain.
No, because the way they became SNK Playmore is so weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, didn't they kind of merge with Playmore, or is that?
Well, no. Here's the thing: when SNK's games start failing and they're not selling, the SNK basically went to they sold the company to Ashura. I think.
No, Azure.
Okay. To do Plinko machines, right? Pachinko machines. Sorry, yes, Pachinko machines. And they kicked out the CEO who made SNK.
Yes.
So they kicked him out, and then and then he created Playmore. And then the Pachinko machine wasn't doing so well, so he bought back. He bought back. Yeah.
Yep.
He bought
awesome.
He bought back. Yeah.
So basically,
full circle.
Basically, he got kicked out the company. He said, "I'm okay. Fuck you. I'm gonna make another one, and then I'm gonna come back and buy you guys."
Yep. That's how he happened.
That's literally it.
That's how he happened. He bought as the company Triple M said the Azure game or whatever Azure whatever they as they wasn't doing that well, and he came back. He's like, okay, I see you guys. And the funny thing about it is because the funny part was he was Playmore. He was the creator of some of the games. He couldn't use his game because, of course, that's how it was. They kicked him out, so they own the rights to his game, the likeness and blah blah blah, the SNK games. So he couldn't make the Playmore games, blah blah blah. But again, he made couple games. I forgot a couple games he did do well. And
It was a puzzle game, right?
I can't remember. Like I said, I watched it like 2 weeks ago, so not super fresh in my mind, the guy, but it was just funny. And he made some games, people kind of liked it. And then he was like, okay. And he bought back, he bought that company out, kicked out the pachinko machines, and then he got back the rights to his Final Fantasy Fury. I'm like, jeez, dude, seriously, like,
sounds like David and Goliath. No, wait, wrong story.
That's some nice revenge story.
But it happened to real. That was so funny. And
It was wicked.
It was crazy that they kicked him out of his own company that he created. I was like, damn.
Only for him to eventually.
Say that again, Konoshi? Say that again, Konoshi. I didn't hear you.
Oh, I said only he got kicked out of his own company to eventually buy it back.
Yep.
He was like, I'm back, bitches.
Well, he didn't really say I'm back, bitches, because they still struggle. But when that Switch came out, who was the first guy that said they're gonna throw anything in the kitchen sink at it? This guy did, and did that shit came back. Holy crap.
He was like, look.
Wow.
He's like, look, Nintendo did something that's going to be popular. We're going to throw a bunch of games on it, and people are going to buy them.
I guarantee you, majority of the publisher that has the most games on Nintendo is SNK.
Playmore.
Speaking of SNK, I got
Samurai Showdown.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah,
on the Switch.
Yeah, it just came out 2 weeks ago.
But Kenoshi, I thought you were a master of the PC Master Race. How dare you turn your back on your people? How dare you come from Mount Olympus to be with the peasants?
Hey, hold up. The peasants party better.
Yeah, and the PC Master Race. Well, you know what they do.
They masturbate. We know.
Oh my god.
Anyway,
hold on. What was it called? What was it called? Used to say they're master debaters.
Well, I know a few of them who can debate pretty good, but when it comes to PC, they mainly just whack themselves and them off.
Basically, but the thing that killed me is though, like I say, they came back with a vengeance, and they literally put everything on the Wii and the Switch. And look at it now, Samurai Showdown's there. SNK came back
on the Switch.
They made a crap turn with Terry and Smash.
They came back because of Nintendo.
It was Nintendo.
Give it to Metal Mid. He did the Shawn Michaels Royal Rumble recovery.
Okay, so if we get King of Fighters 15, that better be on the Switch then.
Well, we'll see. I mean, look.
Please don't make them design the characters like
I would hope, but here's the thing though.
You talking about Kyo's like bottom lip?
Those character designs are horrible.
Who keeps breathing heavily?
I don't know.
Hold on,
I'm sorry, my mouth is close to the mic. I'm sorry.
Your mouth breather?
He's making out with his mic.
I think someone's getting excited about the game.
Anyway,
we're not talking about FF7 remake.
Anyway.
Yes, we did.
Anyway, but but it is. Look, Nintendo still is in a spot where they're not going to, because Ys 8 did really good on the Switch. You would think the half make that they have right now, plus the new one 9, will be an easy sell, because now they're going to bring out Trials of Cold Steel 3. But those guys, Qualcomm just is weird. It's just, I don't get it.
No. They're doing what a lot of the third-party companies were doing in the first place. We have to test this market to make sure
your game, but your last game sold.
Right, but that's not guaranteed, so we
that's
gotta
the
test
excuse.
it.
No, it needs to sell. It needs to sell more.
It's so almost the most on the daggone Switch. What are you talking about? Yeez 8 sold very well on the Switch.
Look,
Yeah,
EA
but
could-
Falcon's
It's
weirder.
pride,
so-
man. They don't want to admit that.
here's what we can say: EA could come out with the best version of Madden that they have ever made and put it on the Switch, and it could sell the most on the Switch. And then the following year, they'll say, "Well, we have to see if this market is prepared for this game."
Speaking of that, let me just get it over with.
Yeah, just because we're in the Switch era doesn't mean they're not doing the same shit from the Wii U era.
Let me just get it over. Let me just get this over with. Since you just brought it. Okay, so I did a podcast in 2016, and again, we were correct. Shock? No.
Shocking.
No. People prefer to play other games. Play on games on other consoles than the Switch. EA boss says. Many classic, including Sims and Sims, are not coming to the Nintendo console because Sims are closely played on PlayStation, Xbox, PC. Says Andrew Wilson, the CEO.
How are people gonna play games on the platform you don't put them on?
And put them on the right way. And put them on the right way. EA has bought some of its titles onto the Switch, such as FIFA, but has been criticized for the inferior version of the consoles. No fuck. Of course, it was bad. Y'all did some shitty shit to the damn thing.
But you forget, people don't read, so people say that mean, oh, the inferior power.
Such titles might be rare in the future. Mr. Wilson suggested acts at the recent investment meeting. Sims will now be coming to the handheld console, which will basically work better.
Except Animal Crossing.
It will work. Sims will work good on the Switch, literally.
Sims will be fine on the Switch. Look, you've already Animal Crossing.
They got Stardew Valley on there.
It's just an excuse to not do it. Instead of just saying we don't want to do it.
How is EA alive?
Microtransactions.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, stupid people. I'm sorry.
Thank you. Thank you. The company said in their recent
with a lot of different companies though. I could sit down and point out which companies could do really well on the Switch, even if you don't want to put your mainline games on there. Do a variant of those games under Nintendo's IP.
But they have, they have games they could put on the Switch. Again, Sims would work because of the whole multi of carrying the console any way you want. That would work.
Yeah, but if they don't want to do Sims, why not bring back the My Sims series?
Come on, man. What are you talking about?
People like it.
Really? They?
They haven't. I'm saying why not?
The company said in recent platform revaluing the platform really this site just I hate when they do the thing like that.
But they're independent.
Huh?
But they're independent.
Okay.
They don't need nobody.
They said the company was being decided to be able to see at anytime we evaluate a platform conversation, we are really looking at a couple of things, he says. One, does the game really fit with the people on the platform in terms of the control and the community ecosystem? I got a question, EA. Why the hell Nintendo give you the freaking red carpet when they had the whole thing about, oh, my son also names Luigi, all that bullshit that y'all did in 2017. I know that was going to be crap. We called it before it came out. We literally went to a third-party list. We're going to say, all these third parties, some going to do some good, some going to be bullshit. And we said EA is going to be one of them. And Nintendo rolled out the cart because remember, that guy was on there when they was doing the reveal of the Switch in Japan. EA was there. They said, oh, my son Luigi. And we know a lot of Nintendo fans love our games.
I mean, they even have Bill Trinan to translate for him in Japanese. So, really
Yeah, I
can't
mean,
take
it's
that.
That kid got paid well.
Mm-hmm.
No,
Dang it.
it's an older guy. It's not a kid. It was an older guy. But he said his
There's a
son.
kid named Luigi. That's all
Oh,
he says.
yeah. He said he loved Mario games so much. I named my son Luigi. Like whatever. Well, y'all have that. Y'all have not put it.
Okay. Okay. So, quick question: should I just do a series of videos for these companies that have quote unquote no games that will work for the Switch outside of my pitch for
Don't
Switch?
you already do?
I was
Or
gonna
yeah,
say.
yeah. It's called.
Outside
Yeah.
of my pitch for Switch series.
Well,
like-
Andre.
Hold on.
You might.
I'm coming up-
I think you
I'm
might.
coming up
I
with the name
think
of
you'll
the
be.
spot.
I think it would be better if you just have like the company itself. Is just go through the list and that and just.
That's
go
what
that
I'm
way.
saying.
Yeah.
If I just go through certain companies and say, okay,
Yeah.
well, you have these concepts that will fit these franchises, and you say you have nothing you can do.
Because
Ooh,
again,
why you no game?
Nah. No.
Well, I think a lot of it. I think a lot of it has
I
to
want to
do
call
with.
this useless companies. I want to call this useless lying companies. And
I think a lot of it
Basically.
just has to do with people with
That's
these
a bit too straight.
new consoles coming out, so they're just bailing shit. I guess I don't know. For
No, but it was. But no. Okay, bailing ship. But what has EA really put into the Switch?
Oh, they put absolutely no effort.
Thank you.
I don't even
That's
know
my
what.
point. That's my
Wait,
point.
what have they put on the Switch?
Well, they
I
got
can't
games.
remember.
The
It's
FIFAs.
non-existent.
The FIFAs. The
Who
battle.
owns Shaq Fu?
No, Shaq Fu don't. I don't think sure what EA.
Shaq
not
Fu?
EA.
What?
No, I don't think that was EA. I know.
That's
I
not
think that was indie.
Well,
Yeah, that was
Oh.
crowd fun.
Yeah, I think you got like 5 games on the Switch from EA, and 3 of them are FIFA.
yeah.
Unravel 2 and FE. Fee. That's it.
Oh yeah.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah, they didn't do enough stuff for this.
5 games.
But
Well, you
as
can't- they
usual,
didn't
people
do
don't
crap.
remember. They don't remember they did this last gen. They don't remember them pulling this gen.
2
5 games and 3 of them are FIFA.
Yeah, and there you go. So
But you can't say that they didn't make crap. They made something.
it was crap. No. Oh, they made
You said
crap.
they made crap.
They made crap. Because
Yeah,
remember,
man.
it wasn't the current version of FIFA. They got the year end the last version of FIFA, and
Oh, yeah,
it still had some brokenness in it. The only thing I give EA, which I was surprised, and I swear Satan was skating on ice, was when they gave FIFA World Cup for free. I was like, as an expansion, they're like, son of a bitch. I can't believe that. But that was as far as it goes.
Yeah.
I mean, look, EA is saying they got more games planned, but they really don't.
So
Yeah.
So I have to rephrase that.
I just think
they
there's
didn't.
some. I just think there's just, for whatever reason, just some bad blood between EA and Nintendo. They do
Yeah.
not want to do.
Yeah,
anything on that
it's
console.
called,
Yeah,
it's
but
called
it-
Origin.
It's bad blood, but the thing about it is, like we just said, Nintendo did roll out a red carpet for them to say, let's bury
Twice.
the hatchet. Exactly.
And they got kicked in the face for it twice.
On the Wii U era, yes.
Wii
The
U
Switch
and
era,
the,
they
and the
came
Switch.
prepared.
Well, I mean, no, they got kicked in them as well too, but they didn't care because they're making money. Okay, it's just like a person say, "Oh man, hey, you know what? You kicked me the balls. Does it hurt? Yes, but I got $1 billion. Fuck you. I don't care. I'm good. Shit.
Oh, man.
I got money. I got money, son." 2,
Hmm.
do you think the communities playing on the platform would appreciate all games to go there? Well,
If you let them try it
thought they
out,
were
maybe.
at the beginning, or do they prefer to play somewhere else? Or do we have a lot of data? Let's not even go with that, EA, please. But do you think we have a lot of data that would suggest a great many Switch owners also play PlayStation 4, Xbox One, or PC very often choose to play games where the platform, even though they have a Switch, they enjoy the games on content.
Oh my God! It's called These Games Are Here, so we can play them here. It's as simple as that.
Here's the thing. I'll give one to Andre, like Andre said. Here's a game that worked on a 3DS that even though you don't have to do the 2 screens, Henry's Hatsworth. That was basically a Nintendo exclusive.
From EA.
Continue that game. That's a really good game. And also a rare gem to find, because that thing is not easy to find.
I wonder why.
Well, I have 2, so I got a backup and a second version. I made sure to find that, because that game is a Metroid. Like, the idea of that game is so good. I do gotta do it.
Simple idea, but in practice can be quite complex.
Here's a simple idea for EA: take your whole Dragon Age series, slide it onto the Switch, and see how well it does.
Because here's the thing: even Square has found. Because again, just as you said, Dragon Quest XI sold. Not only did it sold on the Wii U, it's sold on the Switch.
Yep.
Shoot, have you tried finding a copy now? On PS4, it's reduced to $20. On Switch, still like $35.
But they sold close to 4 million of that game on the Switch.
No,
they sold well. So
no, they sold almost 4 million on the Switch of Dragon Quest XI.
Without microtransactions? Because I'm probably thinking that's what they're looking at.
But still 4 million, Sales units is units.
Yeah.
Remember when loot boxes were a huge problem? Now they're not anymore.
Oh, it is what it is. He didn't deny that The Sims and any other games would come to the Switch in the future, but he suggests that the company's attention would be to focus elsewhere.
I'm just thinking, what did Nintendo do to the president of EA? Just like molest?
Well, it's not. It switches. It's not the president because it switches.
That's what he did.
Yeah, I mean, Andrew Wilson was not there all the time. You had Peter Molyneux. You have all. It was switching.
It's literally as many people want to say it's not this. It was because Nintendo did not let EA put Origin on the Wii U.
Well, it goes further back than that.
I
really,
don't know. I don't know if that's the only.
And that's
reason.
like what 8 years ago.
It was the
redone.
Okay, we'll say it was the strong Camel's back.
Yeah,
I'm sure there was a lot of screaming in that meeting room.
Like Public Enemy.
Origin, but I don't think that was the only reason.
No, we got it. It was as Andre said, it was the Camel, the shorter. But I mean, EA wasn't with Nintendo for the GameCube and the Wii. What's the best way to say it? They barely walked to the goalposts.
Moving goalposts
with those two other consoles. Again, trust me, because again, Henry Hatsworth was an offshoot guy who made this game, which worked and sold, and was a good game, and it was an exclusive. I'm like,
I can vouch for him. I have it too.
That needs to be done, but nope. Anyway, and so they also evaluate in the process, go by case basis. Mr. Wilson said. And I would not say that the Sims would never go to the Switch, but we're doing really, really well attracting Sim players. I don't think so. You're doing that, sir, but I let that go. As we said, we didn't promise that the last couple months were brought in 7 million new Sims players that we expected to engage in a community and a platform that's really tailored to our user-generated content, creative and custom. I'm reading that last part. Basically, goes to what you just said, Brownie, or who just said that. Not a Nintendo fans not a true Nintendo fans don't buy a lot of microtransactions. That's what that last sentence speaks to me saying.
So basically, they told us we're smart.
We're frugal with our money.
Yes, we are.
We don't buy bull.
Yes, we
buy cardboard.
Other people would say that Nintendo gamers are too poor to buy games. So.
Well, remember the video I did 2 weeks ago about the PC Master Race? Remember, guy who could buy all these PC parts couldn't spend $180. Is bitching about $180 he spent on a Switch for Switch games. It's kind of weird. to me.
Oh,
Dang.
Here's another problem they don't think about. A lot of games on PC don't make as much money because they're always being sold on discount
Or pirated.
Steam sales.
or pirated. Yeah.
they're never gonna bring that up, man. They never will.
I'm just
It hurts her
no,
pride.
but that's what it is. We remember that's why I say give away commotion because again that's what the joke
Hey guys,
is.
I'll be right back.
I'm just saying
Okay.
the joke is that you built this PC, like the PC that's sitting right beside me is $2,500. I know. I'm doing a lot more stuff, but I'm not playing games with the freaking thing. I'm doing other stuff with it. But I could still buy me an Nintendo. I still bought me over 30 Nintendo Switch games, physical. God forbid. But the guy was like,
That's physical.
but he's like, I've only bought 3 Nintendo games because Nintendo games are so freaking expensive. I'm like, really?
And you're buying them
Sure.
digitally
Really?
on top of it.
Really?
But you could buy a $2,000 laptop and build a $4,000 PC and the software for a Switch is that. Good God. I
So,
swear.
let me think. I paid what $1,000 for the computer, which I really gotta get back to using, by the way. And how much have I spent on the Switch? I'd say I paid more on Switch games than the computer, but I ain't complaining. Shoot, I'm about to buy another Switch. They'll put me over the top.
And if to be honest, because I still need to do this video, but I'm gonna be honest, I can't say I could do it because I'm busy as hell. But the reason I'm saying that
We all are.
because of with the whole thing with this is because one of the reasons and just to be honest, one of the reasons why we've gotten a lot of broken games is because of most of the PC master race. Because they have something that we don't have. They have something called modders. Skyrim should have never got as far as it should have gotten as a broken game as it should have been.
Oh, but people were creaming themselves when they got ported over to Switch, despite all the
No,
glitches.
I got that, but I'm talking about 8 years ago when that game came out, it was broken, and it's because of modders modded the game is why it lived on. Now consoles don't have modders, and that's why a lot of these publishers now they're like, oh, we could make these games at least about 75% complete, and then we'll fix it once the game get out.
You know
Or
what
you just let the people fix it, and we don't do jack except break in the jack.
I'm talking about overall with your PC.
Yeah.
Consoles can't do that.
But you know what? You just reminded me of something. I was looking at a YouTube video, and this YouTuber basically they was talking about Blizzard, and they were saying something about the relationship between Blizzard and the games. I forgot which one. It was an RTS game. I think it was World of Warcraft, and the people that made Dota. Funny enough, that
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Was it Warcraft 3? Matt McMuscles?
no, it was someone else. But the way Dota was created, it was assembled by assets and codes of one of the early World of Warcraft games, and it seems like that was the reason why you see Blizzard is basically is giving away people to mod their games, or specifically that franchise or that game, but anything that they created in that mod is basically property of Blizzard, and people got mad at that, and I'm like, no, probably because the way Dota was made, Blizzard is doing these. Let me just say, shenanigans.
Fallout 76 they did the same thing too. Also, I forgot another. What was it? What did Blizzard said? Something. Blizzard said. Not Blizzard. Bethesda was like, shoot, I gotta see. I don't know if I can find that. Let me see if I can find that article that we were laughing about. Trip. Sorry.
Yeah. Now I will say, only by consumers' eyes, that was a scummy thing that Blizzard is doing. But at the same time, you modders basically brought this upon yourself because you just ate in their business. But I will say Blizzard is at fault on this because they really didn't copyrighted their materials, or was it trademark? It was either one of them. So yeah, you just got them to do that, and you guys are hating them for it. But hey, someone had to make the first step or the first mistake, so to correct.
There's nothing
Yeah.
wrong with modding, but an over reliance on it that's giving these companies the idea, which they can do and have. They don't really gotta fix the stuff or make a complete product when they can just let the people fix it themselves. The IKEA method, essentially.
Wasn't that far back? I know Blizzard. It was one of those things where Blizzard were shocked, and I remember I looked into our chat, our hangout chat trip, trying to find it, and I was like, yeah, oh yeah, I found it now. I got it. I
Oh,
found
you
it.
found it? Okay.
Yeah, I found it. I found it.
Yeah, cough it out, boy. Cough it out.
Bethesda was surprised how uninterested players were in Fallout 76 PvP. Water's wet, fire's hot,
and shit stinks.
Exactly. Bethesda.
No, we can't just say cow
I
down.
swear, does Bethesda? I want to be inside of Bethesda's conference room. Does somebody has a bet that they gotta make Fallout 76 likable or workable to people? It gotta be. It gotta be. Why they keep pushing out Fallout 76 still?
They're too proud of that game. In their eyes, it's a masterpiece. It's the greatest crap.
I know. We probably know a guy or two who always wants people to see the big BM he took. That must be the mentality here.
Stevens on
I'm just like, what do some? Hey, did the creators of 76, the director 76, have like child molested tapes or something against the Bethesda stuff? Because they keep pushing, and pushing, and every time they push, it's getting broken and broken and broken and broken still. And like we said before, the old joke, which is I've said, the game's broken. The website was broken. Getting refunds from the game was broken. The extra DLC was broken. The extra DLC was broken. The patches were broken. The
Nuka-Cola was bad.
The Nuka-Cola was bad.
Yes,
The merchandise.
The subscription is broken.
The subscription is broken. The merchandise was broken. Like, this is the most brokenest game ever. Physical copies is a cardboard disc. Everything was wrong with this game. Why are they keep on pushing it?
But I know they really think people are that stupid. Which they are. Let's be honest.
And this was written up 7 days ago. So this is what I'm saying. But they're trying to do that. So it's
God, you might be right, Anderson, but recently I've been hearing that the diehard fans of 76 are starting to walk one by one.
surprising.
Good for them, but why did it take so long?
I know that's exactly what I'm saying.
I had that exact same question.
That is just weird. It's just so weird to me.
Yeah, I don't know a company whose fan base would go that far despite all the abuse.
It is. I don't get it, but that is just weird to me as well too.
Yeah, but hey, we all keep saying it. Elder Scrolls 6, all will be forgiven.
Yeah, they will.
Yeah.
All right. So with that, you know what? Normally I'm happy that these guys were here. I'm gonna say one more thing and talk about this topic, just because it does affect gaming as well. To be honest,
As a whole.
Oh boy.
So we'll talk about this for a quick. This is a PSA for people out there, whoever listens to this video. Okay. Is the as we just talked earlier, is the coronavirus affecting Nintendo and other? Yes, they are, because of what's going on with shipping and manufacturing and everything else. Nintendo's not the only one caught in that. Like AMD, Intel, PC gamers, like parts like that. It's affecting all those. So we get that. So we get that. Okay, but I'll say this again: be cautious, do your stuff. But this thing, this virus thing is stupid, just dumb.
It's
right?
overblown.
It's super overblown. Let me just give,
Yep.
as of this morning, what I was watching, I was going to CDC and everything, right? 30 people, 30 people in America has passed away from it. Okay, bringing up the total close to 4,000 people died worldwide. If you believe the number from China, which I don't, so I can't say nothing, you take it with a grain of salt. But in America, let's go that. Last year, 250,000 people died from the flu. And between November until February, 80,000 people died from the flu. So put that in perspective, people. It's crazy. Just for the gamers out there, it's not that much. It does it affect, like, again, for parts and stuff, you're gonna build PC and all that stuff. If you go to your Linus Tech and J2 and anybody else, they're saying about this is the time to buy this stuff. Yeah, because the supply market is being disrupted right now. No ifs, ands about that. If you're a PC guy, you're gonna buy parts, go ahead. But to be honest, it's just this is way overblown. Basically, today itself, 180 people died from car accidents in America. Just to put it in perspective. So it's just getting out of control. This nonsense. You gotta let's be easy with it. Okay?
Yeah, people, just remember, drink plenty of water, plenty of vitamin C, keep your hands clean, and keep your ass clean. I can't do that because all the people stole off the toilet paper where I live.
And sneeze on your elbow. God dang it.
Yeah, but if you basically, well, another thing is, if you're young and you have a thing, that's whatever. If you are 80, if you're 50 and below, because 80% of the people who die from the disease are 50 years and higher. So if you're an elderly person, you have a compromised immune system, yes. That's what be careful. So, take care of grandma, grandpa, great aunts, whatever you want to call, that. But other than that, though, if you're like, I'm 37, I'm not worried about it. That's all it is. Just don't need to be that crazy.
Yeah, don't succumb to fear.
No, don't succumb to the fear and the nonsense. But just a reality check, okay? Sometimes when people go crazy, and it goes to what I've said, individuals are smart, people are stupid, and you see what I'm saying, how people are reacting to this. From what I've seen, the coronavirus does anything with diarrhea or whatever, but for some reason people buying up toilet paper. I don't get it either. That's just weird. And if it's an airborne virus, so what? So the mask ain't doing shit. Just letting you know. Because if the person sneezes on their hand or whatever, cough, or in their house, they touch something, the virus is living. So the mask ain't doing jack squat. Just letting you know, it's the reality. It's common sense, but again, we don't have common sense no more. We have simple sense is dead.
Should call it boomer sense.
Basically.
You know they got no sense.
Give us a street. I'll say this to you, Melmit. I did say this will be cool as well too. Just to answer the question, since I'm just going through that and answer the question. If you guys remember, I talked about. I don't think limited game one's gonna do this though. It will be smart if they get with limited game run and do this, but I doubt it. And the smart thing would be is to do a street range. If you're gonna, it's like for $60, have all 4 games on a cartridge or disc. It'll be smart.
Yep.
30.
And that's why it's not gonna happen.
$30 for the game itself.
Game by itself.
Yeah, but have all 4 games and maybe have a soundtrack, because we have a soundtrack by you should I can't pronounce his name, but Yushiro Kishiro, I know, but I'm trying to get the first name. But Kishiro, get him to do the songs. Technically speaking, I am working on. I am myself gonna put a new mix on the jukebox with Street of Rage. And what I'm doing is I'm gonna take all 3 games and mix and take the soundtrack and mix them.
Yuzo Kishiro.
Yusha Kishiro. I mean, I know
Thanks
Kishiro.
for now.
Yeah. Right, like I say, it's just the thing of the name. I know Kishiro. That's the other thing. But anyway, yeah. Just it would be cool to have his CD in there with all the songs, all the top songs. Of course, everybody knows the Street of Rage 1, the Street of Rage 2. That everybody knows that. That's just synonymous with Street of Rage. And I also listened to a documentary where he did, and he is weird. He is a weird guy. He said, I wish Andrew was here, because Andrew is muting himself, so he's busy. But he was like, the best one he ever did was Street of Rage 3. And I'm like, I don't know about that. I would think 2 would be better, dude. 2 was better, but I get what he was saying, how he was like, how he came up with a soundtrack, and I get it, I really do, but it tried too much. Since the story was all about robots and androids and stuff like that, he wanted more metal sounding music. And I was like, oh, I get that, but it just didn't come across right.
Yeah, he was trying too much to be grandeur.
He did. Street of Rage 2, you could play that in a club and people would jam to that. That's one of the reasons I will play Street of Rage 3D, Street of Rage 2 3D on my 3DS this week, because I went to the sound. I played the game. I didn't play the game, but I also went into the the BGMs and listened to it, and I was mixing it up. I said, you know what, I could mix this stuff and do a mix in it for the jukebox.
Yeah, Beats of Rage.
There you go. You know what? That's what I'm gonna call it. Thank you, Anderson. Beats of Rage. So I'll keep an eye out for that. I will do that. But yeah, it's just I Street of Rage 2, much more. I like much more better to me. That's just what it is. And again, if you're looking for a game if you are a beat 'em up enthusiast and you're looking for a game that's close to that, the best game I will say is to get Fight and Rage. That is, that's another game I gotta do the review on. That game is awesome. I don't like there's a freaking cliffhanger, but it is what it is. But the game is pretty good. Fight and Rage is a good fighting game. You would have fun playing the game. I have.
Yeah, you had fun, and it made you rage.
Well, it is. I mean, when I'm playing it on the harder difficulty, I'm trying to, because I always try to beat the games on the highest difficulty. That's what I was doing with Street of Rage this week. I went back and played it on the hardest, and I beat it. Excuse me. I tried to play it in the rage mode, but I couldn't beat it with the rage mode. I got as far as the last. No, where did I get? No, I got as far as the 6th stage. After you come off of the beach and you're walking down the thing, that's as far as I went. And for those who don't know what rage mode is not the difficulty. The rage mode is basically you pick you play with all the characters. So I think one character dies, you switch to another character. You cannot go no higher than 4 life up, because I played Street of Rage so much that I know where the 1-ups are, and you just don't go over. You can't go over 4. So you pick if you're on your 4th, if you still have 4 lives and you pick up a 1-up, it doesn't do nothing.
Oof.
Yeah.
Now, if you're down to 3 characters and you pick up 1-up, it does that. But no, I know where at least 5 of them are, and picking up 5, you know, in the time I picked them up, it didn't, like, I think 3 of them didn't do nothing. So, but Street of Rage was that, and you know, I can play with each character. I'm more proficient with Axel, of course. I can play with Axel. Basically, my team will be Axel, Skates, Blaze, then Max. But Max and Blaze are closely because like Max could do some damage, and Blaze just has some gaps in her combos that just annoying in some places. But that's how that's what the rage mode is in that game. And I got up to that and I lost. But then I went back and played it the normal way with Axel and I won. So I gotta get I still have not conquered Shooter Range 3D, you know, because I still after that I still have Mania, which is the hardest level. And that's the same thing with Shooter Range. I've beaten the game on the second hard level. I'm not beating on the insane yet. So, but it's a good game. It's a good fighting game. I like the combos. I like the combos. I like what you could do in that game. And looking at the trailer, not the gameplay from these journalists. Looking at the trailer, it looked like you could do some crazy combos in Street of Rage 4. So I'm looking for that. What about cops or specials in Rage mode? What about cops or specials in Rage mode? Like in Shooter Range 2, they don't have you use your specials. I mean, I kind of don't know the question you're asking, Maurice. If you're trying to say make you suggesting there's a new do a Rage mode for Shooter Range 4, because the Rage mode in Shooter Range 2 is like I just said. That's what it does. It's just you don't play with the same character. You swap out after this person's die, and you only have 4 lives. I could beat the you know, like I said, I've beaten the game on normal doing that. I've beaten the game on hard, but hardest was the one I was doing and I did not do it. And of course, above that is Mania, which is super tough. So we'll see how that goes off. But I think we did enough. We did more than enough tonight. We did about an hour and 16. Basically almost close to we're going on 2 hours. So hell, not bad. It was good to have all you guys back in here talking about this stuff again. Next week, the same old time between 7:30 to 8:30. Mostly gonna be on the 8:30 side. I only said 7:30 because depending on how things are, of course. But most on the 8:30 side, you guys check it out. So I want to thank Thread 83, Fluid. Yeah, I get it. He's watch Mojo on Metroid Other M. I might. I'll see. The LBC is still there. Don't go.
You're a braver man than I am.
I know I don't do LBCs. I know I do have an LBC that I wanted to do, but seeing that these guys couldn't see or hear they could see, but to hear the video and stuff to react, they can't. So until I figure that out, maybe. But I might do an LBC because Polygon did something crazy, as usual. Well, you know what? I can say this.
No.
Me and Triple M watch a Polygon video about Kirby. It's Polygon. It's just stupid. It just is.
And you see, I stayed away from it for 2 days.
And Trip stopped exactly the same place I stopped. We was like, this is... I'm done. I gave up. I can't.
And I had and leading to that point, I had a sneaking suspicion this thing is going someplace that is gonna hurt my brain.
Yes, it did.
Sure enough, it did.
It did. So yeah, we needed the helmets for that one for sure. Bring the helmets for that one whenever we do that. But anyway, 1283 Fluid, Green Pachi, Mailmint, Maurice Charles, Lazy One. Thank you guys for joining us here as we do our normal stuff. Sprite, Andre, well, get you guys in the chat. Let me see. They're limited to 1 cop call for the original, or for 2 does using the special still burn life? No. It still burns life. It was for 1. This is did they remade the for 3DS? Shooting range 1? I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, 1 and 2 are on there, but not 3.
Okay, and then they have a rage mode for 1?
I believe so. Yes,
Okay.
I gotta check it out.
Well, I know for 2 they didn't, Maurice. For 2 they didn't. Nah, you can still do everything you can. The rage mode is just to switch the characters. Like I said, because like because I mean, if you play shooter range, you know that they have a what do you call it, a sprite break where you could punch if you get a character, you press the punch button at the right time, you punch that person infinitely. Now for some bosses you can't do that, like Bear, you can't do that with Bear because his ass is the boxer. I'm talking the boxer who's quick as hell with his punches.
Or the hitbox.
Huh?
I thought you meant hitbox.
No. He's faster. Like he comes in, pop, 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 and punch and combo. Everybody else is kind of slower, so you could just one punch. You could do it with the first boss. You could do it to Electra. You could do it You can't do it to the second boss because the second boss is Jet. He flies in the air, so you can't do that.
Right.
You could do it with the third boss. You can't do it with the boxer. You can't do it with the boxer, and you can't do it with the guy who looks like Blanca. In most cases, you can if you're really good with it, but sometimes he gets out of it and he slashes the crap out of you. So you could yeah. Shiva's too fast, so he'll break out of it. But it is a thing when you have an infinite punch. You just got him there. You just punch until you get to the end, and then you can take him out. The reason you can't do Jet because Jet is he uses his jetpack fly all over the goddamn place. So you can't do that. That dude, what is it? Shoot, because I'm looking at the.
Oh, the fat dude and the claws boss suck.
Yep. The fat dude and the boss class suck. Yep. It is a pain in the butt because I mean, you can't hold none of them because if you hold them, if you ain't slam them quick or whatever, they will reverse it. And then the wrestling dude is just a pain in the ass too as well. But you can't get him into an infinite punch. You can't do that. Funny, you could do that with him, but yeah, and you could do it with the robots too. You gotta be quick. You gotta get it right there on the spot. But you know what? I've never played Shooter Range 3 in so long, so I might gotta be playing that as well to my Wii U when I get a chance. But right now, I'm gonna go back to my Color Splash when I'm talking to these guys. I'll switch back to my phone. But hey, nice. Let me see. I hate it when the jetpack dude suplex you from top of the screen. It hurts my self-esteem. Yeah, well, that is a powerful slam. It takes a quarter of your life from like 1/3 of your life. It does suck like that. It really does.
Oh, that's a very high suplex.
Well, I mean, he's easy to beat, but you just don't stay close to him. You make sure you stay a distance. And if you line yourself up, it's easy to beat him because all you gotta do is do a jump kick, and he will infinitely to most case run into the kick all the time. He will. But if he's below you and you're on the upper part of the screen and you're not playing carefully, he will slide up to you and then grab you and slam you.
I wonder. It's like okay. I feel like that's like I'm using that same that dive attack maneuver in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, the arcade game, when I was fighting back the Stockman with Baxter the Fly.
Yeah. Well, I don't know, but it is well. Jet, like I said, Jet wears a jetpack.
Yeah.
So he just flies and flies around. He has 3 attacks. One way he goes up in the air, come down with a kick. One way he stays across and he flies into you with a punch, like a Superman punch. And another one is when he comes and he lifts you up and slams you. So that's what he does. So it's kind of easy. I mean, it does kind of suck when you play stage 6, where at the end of that stage, you'll find the guys with the claw and jet at the same time. But if you defeat a guy with the claw, the jets, the two jets, the people who are jets, they die automatically. So, is what it is.
Right.
But as I said, thanks you guys for joining. It's been a long time since I did this game stuff, and it's good to have the old cast back. This is basically an old school end cast, really. So hopefully you guys could join us back here again next week. Like I said, 7-8 o'clock, most around the 8 o'clock time there. I mean, time has changed now. We're back to spring forward, so time has changed. We get more sunlight and everything. So with that said, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your night. And remember, there's no perfect games out there. What's perfect to you is not perfect to me. What's perfect to me is not perfect to you. Simply enjoy your game on all consoles, even PC. Wish you guys a very good night and enjoy those games.